About how to do this, like fun facts, learning with Base Trade TV right now. You have to right click the replay and just hit recover game. That's it. That's all you gotta do. The game pretty much does everything else for you at that point. But anyways, if you're just joining us, guys, here we are back in action. It's tied up 2-2. It's a best of 7, and Leenox sadly had a bit of a disconnect. Fenner had rewound this 5 seconds prior to the DC. To I guess count for a little bit of leeway, but that works out perfectly. So again, neither of these players has any additional knowledge of what went on. Nobody watched the replay while this was going on or anything like that. We were all in the lobby waiting for Leenox. Oh, the Overlord! We're like, no Overlord, because he's not going to have an Overlord anymore. Get it? Get it? Get it? Get it?
We're getting the jokes don't stop, man.
I know. Alright, Ling's also barreling down the middle of the map. There are quite a few Hellions, though, but they don't have those transformation servers, but they can certainly deal with these Lings in a choke. Banshee in the main trying to do a bit of damage. Major does not have Cloak on this beast, though. He didn't go for it this time. Just simply Cloakless Banshees. I hope to get some drone kills. He got about 4. Oh my god, is he going to get his No, the last shot! Oh!
Oh!
Man, Queens are pretty good units.
Oh,
that was a scary moment. Leenox was like, oh, I'm going to get it. Nope, never mind. There's some Hellions.
Damn.
But double engineering base coming up behind us. So we're not going to see Mech out of Major this time. We're going to see him go back to that standard sort of bio. And I think this is a map that honestly could complement his drops. Again, a lot of this comes to this ledge at the third. If a third gets taken here, we see Leenox actually taken to the north, so a fourth possibly later on. But a lot of dead space for drops. A lot of good dead space for drops here in the main.
Oh, it's the Pult Viking Rifkin.
Yeah, I'm going to clear up some of these Overlords. Actually, this is... It's not just good or cool, it's critical. Lings are trying to get on top of the Hellions. He gets back to the Marines. He'll keep him so he's alive.
He needs to get out of there, man.
But to explain why this one Viking is such a big deal, guys, look at the Overlord spread for Leenox. There's actually nothing between Major's natural and his main. Major can sneak a medevac in there, and no problemo. But there's mutas coming out, and yeah, he'll get the map control bag, blah, blah, blah. But the less Overlords there are out, the easier it will be for a Terran player to drop. Bottom line.
I don't think Major knows this is 2-base Muta right now. There's no turrets. The Mutas are on the map already. These could do some... Oh, there's a turret. Is it going to be the perfect timing? The Mutas are on the way.
This low amount of mutas can't take on a turret, though, as long as it's spam repaired.
Look at the timing!
The Marines. The Marines. The Marines. This ledge is really annoying, too, by the way, because if you can't build a turret here, if you do, the mutas actually have the sight benefit. High ground BS. Major's elected to take his third out here. That's perfectly fine for him. I don't think this is any additional threat, but one thing I would kind of like to see, I don't think we're going to see because Major is that old school player who doesn't really adapt to new things very quickly. I would love to have seen tanks on this map. There's so many ledges you can abuse it here. So many wonderful places you can just throw those tanks, but of course tanks are not easy to protect. Mutas oftentimes snipe them off like nobody's business.
So this really does seem to be Leenox's standard opener right now. He's doing everything the same as he's done in the past games, getting that burrow, getting the centrifugal hooks, and I kind of hope getting the late upgrades as well.
I hope 2-base Muta becomes a thing though, because everyone's been telling me how wrong I was when I was saying like this could be cool, especially with all the Hellbats coming out.
Yeah.
It's not even because like you want this to win or be good or bad. You just want to rub it in somebody's face, specifically zombie gribs.
Well, the thing is, yeah, you're right. It's another way to deal with the Hellbat aggression that people have been doing. You either go roaches, or if you go mutas this quickly, then you're gonna be able to take care of them easily. Which
I think is fantastically ironic, because Major is like the only guy who's not been applying those early Hellbats.
Yeah.
Like he's been making use of them, but it's not that rush out with the Marauder follow-up and the Banshee that's supposed to bully a Zerg player into submission. And actually, I kind of feel like it might not be a bad idea to try that one of the games, because Leenox doesn't go roaches. I mean, just period.
But the problem I have with this is you drone up the third base so slowly. And it means that holding off aggression like this, like, Major's got the 1-1 now. There's no 1-1 for Leenox. His economy is a bit slower than normal than if you go for the fast third base, because he's going for the Mutalisk so fast, and he did no damage with them. So, as you can see, look at the supplies, 145 for Major. Generally, the Terran player isn't far ahead. Usually, it's pretty even in TBZ.
I would argue that the Zerg player should be ahead, just because you get that larva mechanic allowing you to simply produce
they're usually a bit ahead.
Like Lings.
They're usually a bit ahead, but it's not huge like it is in the ZVP.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like the supply count right now is not devastatingly different, especially because it comes to fighting on creep versus off creep. But Major does have a huge army storming down the map. He's got 1-1, 2-2's so far off from finishing, so it's not something to consider for the time being. But Leenox actually gets supply blocked with one of those Overlords going down. 6 more are on the way, but that's a lot of larva. That's a lot of money, Fenner.
That's a lot of money indeed. And here we go. There's a drop into the main base. Double drop going in as he moves into the third base. Leenox moving all of his units away from the third base. Oh no.
He's left some banelings there, though. This might be enough. I don't know. He's going to have to spread. Get behind those Hellbats. Hellbats try to soak the hits, and they do just that. The banelings don't get to connect to most of the Marines, and he will continue pressuring onto that third. Main base does get cleaned up, but now Leenox on the run. He's got to get to this base as soon as possible. Major's going to try and focus
he's
it.
Going for the snipe.
Yes.
I think he's going to get it. The Widowman's going to burrow as well. He's got it for sure. Can he get the...
There's no transfuse. He ditches the Marines to keep the medevacs alive. This is actually a fantastic choice.
Yep.
Not losing these medevacs to the mutas is huge. Another drop comes back towards the main. He knows this isn't going to do a lot, but it draws the mutas away from his own medevacs. Major with that base snipe. What a fantastic move.
Beautiful play by Major in this game. Just,
you know what?
That's the thing, getting that economy lead and just the multitasking from Major all the time. What were you going to say, Rifkin?
Well, I was going to compliment what you had said earlier. It was that really big supply lead that allowed him to abandon his Marines. If the roles were reversed and if there was more supply for Leenox, Major would have known that he couldn't possibly afford to lose 18 something Marines there. But gives them all away, and it was absolutely worthwhile.
Alright, so what's Leenox's choice going to be for the comeback? He hasn't got that burrow again, remember? I don't think he used it yet this game, so Major might not be thinking about it as much as he was in the other game.
Oh my god, Major with the 6th sense. I don't know how he knew those mutas were roaming there, but he did. I really like the macro hatchery this early, though. You know, before the 4th base. This gives Leenox so much extra larva to work with. And he's had a pretty large mineral bank prior to now to have floating around.
Someone just saying "Cry Me a River" Rifkin about the Justin Timberlake comments earlier.
Cry me a river.
Yeah, it sounds exactly like that.
Rifkin. Yeah, I know. I'm tone deaf, Defender. You're gonna have to deal with it. Starting down here to what should have been the 4th. There's nothing here. Major will once again pick up and go to the main, and it's a single drop, but it's one that can be so potent. Counterattack does go off, and Muta's gonna try and snipe off some of these gases. But let's be honest, you're a Bio-Terran player. You don't care about your gases.
Yep. And this is what Leenox needs to do, but there's a drop in the third base at the same time.
Go for the engineer base! Don't go for that freaking SCVs!
He wants the CC, Rifkin. He wants that economy going down.
I don't know, dude. I think stopping the 3rd upgrade is gonna be way
bigger.
Not
sure what that contaminates for. I mean, that felt like a waste when he's just about to kill it. Yeah, style points.
No, I mean, I like killing the CC. That wasn't a bad move. I think stopping 3-3 would have been bigger, though.
Double drop at the top, Rifkin. Or just one drop? Wait, where's the other one? What was the other thing? Oh, it's a Marine.
God, Fender, get some glasses. Jesus.
Oh my god.
He can snipe off the one medevac, pick up and get out of here, but no focus fire to Major because he is, of course, dancing around the middle of the map with scans and trying to clean up creeps. So, unfortunately, this drop becomes very ineffective. But the thing is, that 3-3 is usually much later than right now. Like, usually you see the Terran player get to 3-3. Great, cool, whatever. But it's usually, like, way later. So, I mean, right now he's going to be coming up with 3-3 merely, like, barely a minute after Leenox finishes his 2-2.
Well, that's the thing. It's not that the 3-3 is late from Major either. It's just that the 2-2 from Leenox is so late.
Yeah, I mean, that's supposed to be before the 2-2 of the Terran. But okay, Marines desperately trying to... I mean, he's trying to catch these Mutalisks, and rightfully so, because Leenox is starting to get that crazy amount. 27 is nothing to wince about. 27 Mutalisks is such a scary number for a bio player.
Yeah, indeed. And the big thing about Major's play as well, he's constantly denying the creep. Even though he's attacking into every base, he's dropping everywhere. Look at the creep spread through the middle. There's one tumor left in the middle. There's nothing there. There's no creep at a 4th base. It's really hard for Leenox to take another base. All he has is these mutas on the map harassing.
Yeah, a little bit awkward, but Leenox trying to make the best of it. This base, though, it's not exactly an impenetrable fortress. It's certainly not a planetary fortress, and this bunker gets focused down very quickly. But those Zerglings get annihilated. Marines on the high ground keep the mutas from going off towards the main, and he actually drives us back at the cost of a counterattack down here to the south. But even then, Major's going to hold this.
Yeah, it's going to be an easy hold for Major. That planetary is going to finish up as well.
A drop goes off at the same time. You know, we're talking about multitasking, but
Major's drop at the top as well.
Yeah, Major's doing 4 things at once. But Leenox learned. I can build a spine crawler too. This will buy me a ton of time.
Yeah, spine crawler is pretty good, man. But Major's going to move through to the middle at the same time, take down that 4th base. I mean, Major hasn't won the game yet, but it just feels like he's making so much control. Yeah.
I think the thing too that's kind of interesting is Leenox did manage to get more overlords out. These kind of seem vulnerable where they are, guys, but these are just meant to scout those drops. And you know, even though he's seen every single drop coming, most likely he's not really been able to deal with it without taking damage. Like Major's not destroying the hive, he's not killing the spawning pool. but Leenock has not been able to respond to it very easily.
All right, a bunch of banelings on the way for Leenock. Oh,
And I like where these are coming in too.
But the
Although, Major, oh, he's going around the map to try and drop. He'll accidentally happen upon the baneling. Surprise!
Is he looking? He's not looking though. He's focusing on these mutas right now, so I don't think he saw them.
That's really gonna suck then, because these banelings gonna tear through the depots. There's actually not a lot of SUVs left here.
So good from Major.
And he splits like a boss, but even then, a lot of banelings just overpower the army. Natural base compromised by these mutas. Does get another orbital.
Is Leenock gonna make this happen?
I wasn't, man, the muta scout is gonna have to fly the Marines somewhere.
Are they trapped? Can they get out the bottom? They can't get out the bottom, right?
No, but he can fly to the right and he'll be able to get out of there from the main.
Alright. Oh, he's going for all these Marines here. Gonna take a bit of damage on the
good choice. Losing
we
a lot
don't
of mutas for this.
Well.
Lings finally get over here. More banelings still standing.
This is getting really messy for Major right now. He finds some SCVs in the main base. Look at the SCV count, down to 28 right now. Dropping even further, down to 22. He's killed CCs as well. Is Leenock making the comeback with this mass muta play?
I think he is, and this is kind of crazy because Leenock has bled out a fairly large amount of mutas at this point. Down to 27 after getting that really nice 35 count, but still. Zergling's running northwards here. These drops, well, maybe gonna get picked up, but this takes the whole army away from Major's main push. Coming down the central portion of the map, there's a lot of medevacs for this, and there's not that many banelings in play. Never mind, I take that back. 45, holy crap. Should have hit the unit stab first.
The thing is, Major's realized that he's on such low economy that he's basically just attacking now to try and finish the game. He knows that Leenock is ahead. He might think there's ahead in army value right now, but look how many banelings there are, Rifkin.
And he catches Major with a bit of a side swipe. Widowmines aren't burrowed. Major was pre-spread for this too. That's what makes this even harsher. He actually takes a fairly good engagement against that many banelings, but he doesn't have enough to deal with the mutas.
Yeah, this still. Look how many banelings even rolling in from the back there. Another morpher banelings, and there we go. He takes down the rest. Can he get these Marines on the high ground? There's just so much for Leenock. What a comeback from Leenock. He was so far behind in this game.
I agree, and I think the harshest point for Major is that you know, he's had so much control over the map, those quad drops that were going at the same time. But that engagement he just took was on creep, something he's managed to avoid up until this point in the game. Yeah. Not that I think it would have been. You got 42 banelings on or off creep. You're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, and he's gonna bait these Marines in. There's the Burrow Banes starting to be mixed in, and this isn't a point where Major wants. Yeah, this is. He doesn't want to use scans right now.
No, like he actually can't. He's got like one orbital.
Oh.
he's got, because don't forget even planetaries. This one's with Muling. He's got like one scan available total.
All right, perfect time to use the Burrowed Banes then, I guess. He's moving a couple of units across here over to the third base of Major.
It's been so back and forth. This is the best StarCraft 2, honestly. Yep. It's not that you've got the world WCS finalists or anything like that. It's you get these guys who are so evenly matched at such a high level. It's this constant back and forth. And Major, who is, I don't know, man. These mutas aren't gonna fly over Widowmines anytime soon. You know, we're not gonna have those Jakshi Widowmines from IEM. I don't think he's got a great way to like necessarily get back in this with one big heroic move, but I do like that Major is still trying. He's still constantly looking for ways to get in there, and he knows that if he takes one good engagement, he could possibly end the game. The supply difference is not that big at the moment, but those banelings can't be overlooked.
Yeah, that's a lot of banelings rolling in, trying to take down the rest of these Marines. He really doesn't want to engage off creep though. He's sitting back here, just waiting for the perfect opportunity, and maybe looking to pick off those Widow Mines before he goes in.
Right, but that's the tale of this game. The only time he's really won a big engagement head-on was the one time he fought on creep.
Yeah, the patience from Leenock. Yeah.
No, he's Protoss.
I knew that was coming as well.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I could have called it. But look at this Widow Mine pick-off.
Don't you wish you could upgrade? Like, I wish Terran Players could get an upgrade to make Widowmine's arm faster, because oh my god, that's so frustrating. Watching, like, Widowmine slowly die to the Mutalist clumps, but the Muta's also going to regen that health really nicely. Major with the big reinforcement wave. Oh my god, where did these Marines come from, Fenner?
Leenock's going for it now. This is probably going to be the last engagement of the game. Does he have enough banelings? I think Major's got it!
He taps out before he even loses the Mutas! All the banelings died!
Wow.
I wish I could have watched that in slow-mo, because it was every single baneling dying and leaving, like, what, 50 plus Marines left alive? Leenock was so close to winning that game, Fenner.
That was so unexpected. I mean, Leenock had the supply lead. It's like 50 supply lead, and Major was down to 20 SCV. I mean, he only had like 2 bases mining, I guess. And so did Major, because the main and the natural mined out. What a crazy game there.